Can I push the button, Amazon? Can we get this thing started?
Push the button.
All right, cool. Then let's go ahead and push that button, and we got this thing moving.
Push the
Here we
button.
go. I pushed the button. All right, hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Punkdemic podcast. I'm the man 50 grand with no mic in his hand, MC Johnny T, aka you know who, thick flair in the square, and I'm joined by none other than the Punkdemic CEO. She is the queen of everything. We are talking about none other than Amazon. How are you doing and feeling today, superstar?
Feeling great. Oh, you called me superstar. That's so sweet.
I made the mistake last time by calling you ma'am, so we don't want to do that. How are you doing, madame?
That's my Nana's name. No, I'm doing good. I'm happy it's not like 120 today. The weather's sort of kind of decent today. But more than that, I'm excited about our guests because, like I was saying earlier, we tend to be a little funny. But she's my, look, I'm cussing already.
Man, Jesus, man, you gonna get us in trouble.
FCC, you didn't hear that?
Mm.
She's funny. So we get to funny it up today, and I'm excited about that. Yeah.
Your booking game, your booking hand is strong, man. You got us another incredible guest today. I'm looking forward to this episode. I think it's gonna be incredible. You know what else I'm looking forward to? I'm looking forward to some cooler weather, fall temperatures, and I'm looking forward to hoodie season. And nothing says hoodie season quite like a Punkdemic hoodie. Available only at punkdemic.com. That's right. You guys got to swing on over to punkdemic.com so you can help us keep the light on so we can continue to do these podcast episodes. You can get your Punkdemic t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, baby bibs, diapers, anything that we can put a logo on, it's probably sitting over there. So make sure you swing by to punkdemic.com. And date of the recording is going to be August the 17th, and so we're still running summer prices on hoodies. It's just a great time to get them because once hoodie season has arrived, the prices are going to go up, and they're not going to come down until it's time to wear summer clothes again. Buyer psychology is kind of what we do. So make sure you guys swing on over to punkdemic.com, and I think we still have our thick demic collection in there. So for some of you guys who had a hot girl summer, maybe increase those carbs a little too much, and you're like, oh God, I'm a little thicker than I was coming into summer season. We can celebrate them curves the right way with some of that thick demic merchandise that's also available at punkdemic.com. And if you're rooting for the motherland Africa, we've got a brand new African collection. I love the way you say it, Amazon. How does one pronounce that again?
Say it again. Mm-hmm. It's Larry. Oh my God, what is it? L'Afrique. Not Africa, so it's Africa in French, basically.
Why she come up with this French name, knowing she from out of California? Anyway, we
wait
we got some French Africa available over there on punkdemic.com as well too.
You're mad. No, my real middle name is actually French. Yeah. In real life. So that's when I grew up, I started wanting to study French because of that, but also a lot of the continent
it was inhabited by yeah, we get that, but you know what else I get that you guys need to go get it right now. Punkdemic.com. Go ahead and get you some Africa stuff, get you some thick demic stuff, get you some Punkdemic stuff. If you're all about Africa, if you're all about being thick, if you're all about that punk attitude, then that's the place you got to go and get some of that stuff. Punkdemic.com is the number one source for everything Punkdemic. All right. And I do believe I'm going to stop plugging the situation.
Thank you.
I think it's time to introduce our guest. So I'm going to turn it over to the hostess with the mostest. We talk about Amazon. Take it away.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Where's my fabulous intro with the music and the what? Really?
Huh? Oh, you want music to go in the background with your intro? Yeah. Some big horns.
No, where you rhyme their name with other things that don't make no sense and all that stuff. Really? She doesn't get none of that?
Well, it's not about what she gets or doesn't get. It's about what's available without catching copyright strikes. And music created like that is just not available with this generic stuff that comes with the software. So, but hey, I'll give you a little background mood music. Go ahead. Let's introduce our incredible guest for today.
I'm waiting.
It's there, trust me.
I hear it. All right. No, but usually you have your snazzy intros that you do, like the Prince of Power. Remember that? Or Perfume of Power?
Oh, the perfume of power. Yeah. But this is not that day. This is your time to shine. You got this one.
All right. Well, bring her in. So we're gonna have Brooklyn on in just a second here. We're gonna have her on right now. Brooklyn Jones, just hop on in and help us out.
Am I in? Am I? No, I don't.
Like,
I didn't get no fancy introduction and nothing.
No,
Right.
I was a little.
Right.
I was expecting a big intro myself. I was like, oh, okay. She said, just let her in. Let her in. No. You know, we're gonna try this differently. This is very It is underwhelming for me at the moment. You know, I must excuse you for just a moment, Brooklyn. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, say if you want something done right, you just got to go ahead and just do it yourself. So let me just go ahead and just do this. Coming up to the stage, about to enter the center. All right. This is a woman who went through a lot to make sure that she was here with us today. I mean, when I talk about technological challenges, baby, I'm talking about the screen that she was on was flipped sideways. We was going to have to record this way in order to match. So that way you didn't think that you guys was tripping if you're consuming the visual version of this episode. But then she tried it again and then again. And it's the proof that persistence pays, because she got it right. Third time was the charm. She didn't give up on the situation. That goes to show the kind of strength that comes from our guest that's coming in here today. It goes to show the wherewithal, the intestinal fortitude that this woman possesses. Once called the perfume of power, no more. That crown belongs to another person. It belongs to our guest for the day. It belongs to none other than the great comedian, and we made sure that we got the professional now in the right way versus comedian Brooklyn Jones, baby.
Yay!
That's what I'm talking about. Now that's an intro. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. You know, I must apologize for that first a terrible attempt at an introduction, but you know what, I just wanted to make it up to you and just that's not the Punkdemic way. That's just not the Punkdemic way. You know? So thank you for being here. Appreciate you being here today.
Thank you for having me.
How are you doing?
Sound? Can you hear me well?
You sound fantastic.
Okay,
you
good.
Sound great.
Good. I dropped my mic, so it's kind of bent up. I'm having a lot of technical difficulties over here.
Not the bent up.
Look, this is a Blue Yeti mic. It's supposed to be like round and it's like flat on top. Child.
Well,
but it's
Blue Yeti.
Yeah, that's how my mic is supposed to look. The way yours looks, and look how mine looks.
It's not the
wow.
Exactly, but hey,
it works
it's still
though.
Working. Yeah,
it works.
I'm still doing my.
You sound great. You sound crystal clear still.
Okay, good. That's good news.
So if anything, Yeti, you need to get at us so we can sing your praises, you know, for a little compensation along the way. But you know, exactly. You guys,
you're looking at a free mic.
I know that's right.
All right, Johnny, I'm gonna need you to go on and do what you do best, which is get the hell out of here.
Hey, you know, that's a little mean-spirited.
Wait, Johnny's not gonna be here?
See, here's how this goes. I get kicked out every way, some kind of way. I didn't even do anything yet, except the intro. Oh, that was a public criticism of the original intro, which, I see how I got kicked out already.
Aww. Well, I like chatting with you too.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. See, the one thing about it is, I've got the power in the palm of my hand to bring myself back in at any point in time. See, this to anybody else in the world, this is just an ordinary mouse. But when you're MC Johnny T, aka you know who, Thick Flair, this is power. This is for the voice of the voiceless.
Mm-hmm. About to be voiceless if you don't get up out of here.
All right. I'm leaving already.
Bye, Johnny. That was crazy.
Anyway, I'm glad I finally got you here. A little backstory: when I wanted Brooklyn to come on before, Los Angeles decided it was going to be on fire.
Yeah, literally.
Like everything was just on fire. So it was like, hey, can you come on? Sure, but we're on fire. And so it didn't work out at that time. And I wanted, LA to like get put out and the smoke to clear a little bit. before.
Yeah, we were on high alert. We didn't know if we were going to have to evacuate. It was crazy at that time.
Yeah, so I was able to move some things around and finally get you on here, Brooklyn. Inquiring minds want to know, is that your real name?
No, it is not. It is a stage name and a nickname because when I moved out here, and just in general, I have like a major Brooklyn vibe. I had before I moved here, I had a really really strong Brooklyn accent. I still have it, but it's kind of softened since I moved to LA. But people will forget my name and will call me Brooklyn, so it kind of
Okay.
stuck. It became my stage name.
And you just said, let's roll with
But
it.
yeah, everyone calls me that, so it may as well be my real name. I should get it legally changed to Brooklyn because literally, even people who know me from real life started calling me Brooklyn. It was kind of weird for me at first because I'm like, they know me as my real life persona, and they call me Brooklyn too. So it's just my name now.
How long have you been out here from Brooklyn? Brooklyn.
I've I've been in LA for 11 years now.
Did you decide to do comedy before you came here, or you came here and decided that's what you wanted to do? Like, when did you decide that's what I want to do? I'm funny, and I'm gonna make
Yeah.
it.
So I started doing comedy in New York. I was doing comedy in New York. I was doing it like off and on because I don't know, I just had a lot going on, so I couldn't like faithfully be on stage all the time. But I was doing it. I did it off and on for like six to 8 months. And the apartment that I was living with roommates. The it burned down.
What?
Yeah, my apartment building, like the whole side that I was on, burnt down. So I ended up homeless, and I didn't know what to do because like maybe a month or so before that, I had lost my job. So I didn't have a job or a home and I didn't know what to do. So I was like, you know what? Literally starting from scratch. Like most of the stuff in my apartment was lost. And I said, I've always wanted to live in LA, but I was always scared to take the leap because it was always scary to start from scratch. But since I'm starting from scratch anyway, I'm going to try starting from scratch in LA. So I called my friend Shanice. You might know her. She's a singer. She sang "I Love Your Smile." Yeah. So she's a good friend of mine.
My number is 661. I'm just kidding.
Well, she's married to Flex Alexander. So I called them and I was like, yo, my house burned down. Do you mind if I come stay with you guys for like a couple of weeks just to try to see if I could find a job and, see if I can finagle something and move to LA. So they were like, sure, come on in. And I ended up staying with them. They let me stay with them for like 2 months. And yeah, so while I was staying with them, they had started production on their reality show. So like if you watch in the first part of their reality show, you don't see me at all because I was like behind the scenes. But while I was there, the producers were there and they saw me and they got to know me and they were like, yo, this girl is funny. We need to have her on the show. So by the second half of the season, they put me on the show. And they liked me so much on the show, I ended up becoming a regular on the Flex and Chinese show. So I went from homeless to being on a TV show in a very short period of time.
You know what? That
Yeah,
you hadn't taken that leap.
exactly. So it was a blessing in disguise, but I'm not gonna say it wasn't struggly in the beginning. It was really really hard. It's hard to be displaced. Or I came to LA with nothing but a suitcase full of smoky smelling clothes that I was able to salvage from the fire, and my unemployment checks. That's all I had when I came here.
I actually have a post on my gram that has a suitcase with like 4 things in it and a key. And it was when I got my first apartment after being without a home for a little while.
Wow.
So I get it. And it's such a
Yeah.
good get your first bit of your own space after living with other people and moving.
Absolutely.
My
Yeah.
God, it's on my timeline, and it's like y'all don't know how important this damn suitcase and this key is.
Yeah. And it wasn't like living luxuriously because people from the outside looking in, they see me, I'm living in a nice house with celebrities or whatever. But at the time Shanice and Flex were going through their own hardships, which is what the show was about. It was about, two successful entertainers who were kind of down on their luck and their family had moved in, to help out with the kids, help out with the bills or whatever. And then they had a couple of other family members living there who needed help. So it was like they were helping people while getting help. And then I moved in because I needed help. So it was just like a hot mess of a family situation where we were all a hot mess at the same time living in that one big house. And even though it was a big house, it wasn't big enough for all of us. It was like 12 people living in there at a time. And it was only like maybe a 4-bedroom house or something like that. So it was kind of a lot. But I love them so much. They are literally family to me. So it was a good time. Even though it was like a struggling time, it was also a good time. Because a lot of times, like the best times that you have
Right.
are in times where you're struggling together and you're making the best out of a crazy situation. So it definitely brought us closer. We definitely will always be family, and I love them and appreciate them so much for allowing me to come and stay with them at a time where they were going through their own stuff, and it allowed me to get back on my feet. You know, like being on their show paid me a little something, something. So I was able to stack a little bread to get my own spot. You know, it was like a little piece of a spot, but it was mine.
My first, so my last spot was, it wasn't even a real apartment. It was like a garage that sat behind a house that they turned into an apartment.
Oh, wow.
And it was beautiful though. I had wooden floors. Everything was new in there. It was beautiful. But in my head, I just saw a garage, right? You know how you
Yeah.
You know,
Well, mine wasn't beautiful. It was just like an efficiency studio. So between the bread that I stacked from working with them, and then my mom sent me some money, I was able to get like this little efficiency studio. It was basically just a room and a bathroom. That's all I had. I didn't even have a kitchen. I actually went to Home Depot and I built my own like kitchen area within the room. And I know like my neighbors, because the whole building was like efficiency studios. Nobody had a kitchen. So I know they were wondering who the hell is frying fish?
who's cooking? No,
Who's cooking Thanksgiving Day? I used to be cooking full meals up in that little studio.
I had a kitchen. It was small, but it was a kitchen. Okay, there was a stove in there.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
But like a mini, like not the mini, but the in between size refrigerator.
Yeah.
So I just thought of something, and I know it's not funny, but inside I'm laughing. So what you're saying is you brought the fire from New York over to Los Angeles.
That's messed up. I did not bring no fire because the fire from Los Angeles was like last year. My fire was like 10 years ago. Stop playing.
It followed her ass all the way. Look, don't go nowhere.
Oh, you ain't gonna put that on me. That's hilarious.
Don't go nowhere else, and then you see it on the news. I'm be like, you know who that was? Brooklyn.
That is too funny. I bring the heat, baby, and don't you forget it.
Literally,
literally.
And I know it's not funny because I'm sure it wasn't at the time, but I said, damn, she done brought it over here.
It wasn't, but I don't regret it at all. Moving to LA was the best decision I ever made. My life is much better here. I'm not going to say I don't have struggly times here because this ain't no easy place to live. You know what I'm saying? But at least through the struggle, the sun be shining.
So I haven't gotten the pleasure of seeing you perform. Talk about some of the performances you've done lately. Like where are you? If we want to go see you, or where can we find you?
You know, in LA, you get in where you can. You know what I'm saying? So I've been everywhere. I've done Laugh Factory. I haven't really gone up much at the Comedy Store. I do crack them up sometimes, and at Laugh Factory, I've been going through the ringer with the Chocolate Sundays graduate situation. Like to get on Chocolate Sundays, they make you do a lot of hoops. I've been jumping a lot of hoops with the Sunday. I've been doing the improv a bit, you know, just like trying to get my footing. And aside from like the main comedy clubs, I get booked at a lot of like breweries, wineries, wherever they'll book me, I'll go. If they booking and they paying, I'm on my way. You know what I'm saying? I also have done a couple of cruise ships, so I'm just getting my feet wet in the cruise ship realm. Is a little rocky only because I'm new to it. So I'm trying to, you know, finagle it, but it's been cool. The cruise ship thing is fun because, you know, you get to go to different countries. I got to go to Spain, Portugal, Jamaica, Cayman Islands, just like a few places like that, which were really cool. It's a cool way to get to see the world and get paid for it.
So they cover they cover the cruise for you. What other perks do you get for doing the cruise conference?
Oh, they cover everything. It depends on the ship that you're on, but the ships that I was on, they put me in a really nice suite. I had a balcony. All the food was free for the most part, unless you did something crazy like a crab leg tower or something like that. Then you had to pay. But like most of the food was free. And then like the days that the people go to port, you're not gonna have a show because everybody's outside sightseeing. So you get to go out and explore and shop. It's basically like you're on a vacation, but then you have to perform a few times. So you perform, you do a few comedy shows. They pay you pretty well. And it's basically like kind of like a paid vacation where you also work, but the work is fun because you're a comedian. But I wouldn't say it was easy though.
So when you go on, where are you getting the material from? Are you one of the people that takes all the negative things around you and turns it into something funny, like I just did with the fire situation? Or
yeah, I'm pretty much an observational comedy. So most of the stuff that I talk about comes from my real life struggles, my real life situations, conversations that I've had with people, crazy stuff that I observe. I don't talk a lot about the current events and pop culture just because stuff like that kind of expires. I might touch on it a little when I get on stage if something crazy is going on in a minute. But I feel like a lot of the current event stuff, it gets burnt out pretty quickly, and based off what's going on, a lot of people have the same idea. So like if you go to the comedy club while something crazy is happening in the news, you'll hear a lot of comedians either say something similar or the same thing. Like when Diddy was going through his trials, it was a lot of Diddy jokes and it was just getting exhausting. So I didn't really talk about Diddy or anything. I did talk about him, like stuff like that, like current event type stuff. I don't really talk about on stage, but I will talk about it on social media. So on Instagram and TikTok, I do commentary on pop culture stuff. So I'll do it on there, but I don't really do it on stage. But I did talk about Diddy because I didn't talk about him as extensively, but I remember before I was a comedian, I used to be a rapper, and I did a demo CD, and I saw Diddy somewhere, and I gave him my CD, and he never called me. And back then I was kind of mad because my rhymes was fly, right? I had some bars, you know what I'm saying? And Diddy never called me, and I was mad at the time. But in retrospect, the rejection was definitely protection. So I did a post talking about how I'm glad Diddy never called me when I gave him my demo CD. Like, thank you, Diddy, for not calling me. Don't ever call me.
Damn, I'm glad he didn't call you back either.
I'm so glad.
That's funny.
Yeah, rejection truly is protection. Who knows what I would have gone through, or what I would be going through right now if I had worked with Diddy.
That's interesting that you say that. That's funny.
Yeah.
What about, okay, so your most recent show, I want to hear something from your most recent stand-up that you did, like a minute of it. Like I want to hear something that you did on stage that I could just laugh with you.
That's so awkward. I ain't gonna sit up here and do a comedy bit, but I will tell you what I talked about in my last stage, which what I have been talking about lately is because I'm a new driver. I learned how to drive in the pandemic.
Really?
So I'm old as hell, but I just learned how to drive. But I've been driving 5 years because I learned during the pandemic because I was like scared to get on the train and stuff because people was breathing on there. So I was like, I gotta learn how to drive. But my car is old as my car is from 1998. I drive a 1998 Saturn. So I talk about all the stuff that I go through with my car because it's low-key trash. Like my horn don't work. And people think I'm kidding. I'm like dead serious. My horn does not work. And I have to yell out the window at people because the horn don't work. I be screaming out the window like, go! And then other people honk their horn and I scream out the window, yeah! Because I be waiting for people to honk their horn because I can't honk. And recently I was driving and I accidentally cut off this lady in a Maserati. And she rolled up on me and she called me a stupid ass bitch. And I was like, whoa. I wanted to cuss her out, but I was like, what can I really say? She in a Maserati and I'm in a 1998 Saturn. Like, she would have been like, this conversation is discontinued, just like your car.
Damn.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. I was like, that lady really called me a stupid ass bitch. And I ain't got nothing to say. Like, it was a black lady too, which was like mad conflicting because like, it's like you ever hate somebody and be proud of them at the same time. Like I was like, okay, bitch, I see you, Miss Maserati, but at the same time, I was like, I should beat your ass. Like it was just so conflicting. So it's hard driving A 1998 Saturn. It is a lot. Like my little, people press the button and be like bloop bloop, and you can open the door. No, my car opens with an actual key. Like I have to walk up to my car, stick the key in it. Child, it's a struggle.
2000 right here, big baller shot caller.
What you got? 2006.
I'm not gonna tell you what kind of car because
no, you gotta tell me because I done told you.
You'll have material for the rest of your life. So anyway,
what is it? What is it? I drive a Saturn. They don't even make those no more. So you ain't gonna tell me about what you got?
And a Mercury Montego.
I don't even know what that is. I gotta look that up.
I told you if I told you, you're gonna make fun of me the rest of at least a Saturn is.
I can't even make fun of you because I don't know what it is. A Mercury Montego.
I look yours up on my phone, it's gonna pop up.
Yours ain't?
My phone, you gotta scroll for a while. You know what I mean?
Is it like a sedan or is it an SUV? What is it?
It's a 4-door sedan.
Oh, you got more doors than I do. Mine only got 2 doors.
Does one of your doors have a dent in it?
No, my car was made to be dent proof. They made it for crappy drivers like me. So I done crashed into so many things and scraped up the side of my car and it still does not have one dent.
I got three more. I still got one more good door than you do. Okay, I got three good doors. I got a 3-door.
I crashed into so many curbs. I had to replace my radiator twice from crashing into the curb. That poor car. But I think I did a good job by getting like a beater for my first car because I had to learn. I took driving lessons, but the driving teacher only taught me what was on the test. He didn't teach me real life skills that I would need when I'm driving. I didn't think about that when I took the test. All I was focused on, I got to get my license. But he didn't teach me how to park. So I went and got my car. And when I got home, I don't have a parking space where I live because I didn't even have a car when I moved here. So I got to park on the street.
Oh, no.
And I live in a place that's very dense. So it's not a lot of parking. So the only parking spots that were available were spots between 2 other cars. So I had to parallel park. I didn't know how to parallel park because the damn teacher did not teach me that. He was like, parallel parking ain't gonna be on the test, so I ain't gonna show you that. I'm gonna just show you how to. So I had to figure out how to parallel park on my own. The first time I tried to parallel park, it took me like 2 hours. I was crying. I was like, I think I live outside now because I don't know how to park this car. I was about to leave that damn car in the middle of the street. I called my friend crying. She made me put her on FaceTime, huh?
What you know about somebody behind you trying to help you parallel park?
Child, nobody was there. It was like it was like late at night. I was out there by myself. It was quiet and I was crying and I was getting really frustrated. So I started screaming at the car and I was like screaming and cussing. And I'm sure hearing me screaming and cussing, people were probably looking out the window like, what the hell's going on? And they probably saw me trying to parallel park. I'm surprised nobody recorded it and put it on the internet. I thought I was going to go viral. I was like, somebody is in their window recording my stupid ass trying to parallel park and crying. I was crying real tears trying to park that stupid ass car. It took me 2 hours.
It took me 30 minutes and I had somebody behind me in the car.
Damn. So let me tell you something. I'm a pro parallel parker now, okay? Because my car is old. It doesn't have the little cameras. Y'all got the little cameras that tell you how close you. No, I don't have none of that. You know how many people's bumpers that I hit and how many people's license plates that I bent up trying to parallel park?
Look, if you come outside and the back of your car dented it, it was Brooklyn's.
I ain't did nobody's car, but y'all's license plates might be a little wrinkled.
She don't or nothing. It was her. That mystery is solved. It was her.
But I'm a pro. My cousin came out here and I drove them around and I swooped into that spot and she was like, oh, you better park. I am like a parallel parker. I parallel park better than I just pull over and park. Like when I pull over, I still hit the curb sometimes. But if I parallel park, baby.
Often just parallel park everywhere you go for no damn reason. Be like, there's a parking lot. Why are you parallel parking? What?
Right. I should, but I still hate doing it. It's a lot. And then I get the anxiety that people get when they're trying to parallel park and there's people outside watching them. Like, can y'all give me some space and mind your business and let me park in peace? Sometimes when I park and people are watching, I don't do as good of a job because I feel like I'm under pressure.
I feel like they're critiquing you and shit.
Yes.
You should have turned the wheel a little bit more.
Yeah. And still sometimes like I'll overshoot it and have to come back out and go back in. It's a lot of work parallel parking. I have muscles in my arm just from parallel parking because my wheel's kind of stiff. Like it's a lot.
Not my wheel is stiff. Well, I'm glad you got your license. Welcome to the California driver's license.
Thank you. Y'all are trash out here. The way y'all drive is ridiculous. Like, it don't make no sense that I just learned how to drive 5 years ago and I drive better than a lot of y'all. Y'all are ridiculous. Especially you mofos in the damn Dodge Chargers. Y'all are the worst freaking people on the road. The Dodge Chargers and the Dodge Challengers are like the douchebag mobiles. Y'all are the worst drivers on the road.
It's unfortunate, but it's true. It's unfortunate, but it's true.
Yes, y'all are horrible.
What do you got going on next? Like, do you have any performances coming up?
I do have some performances next. I have a it's August. I'm a Leo. My birthday was 2 days ago. So thank you. I'm doing a Leo show with Dion Lack on August 22nd, which is going to be fun. It's going to be all Leos on the show. And then I'm doing a show, a fun, like, my friend does like this yearly big backyard show. My friend Matteo Martinez, and I'm about to do his big backyard show. Aside from that, I've been doing a lot of writing. I wrote a feature film with my friend Steve Royal. Wow. And yeah, we're working on just getting funding for that so that we can shoot it. And I also wrote a sitcom with what? Yeah, actually, I wrote a sitcom pilot with Kim Coles in mind. It's for me and Kim Coles. And Kim Coles is actually a really good friend of mine. So I sent it to her, and I'm hoping she reads it and loves it and like, yo, let's shoot this. So y'all wish me luck. I don't know. Kim is really busy because she has like a new podcast. So I don't know when she's going to read it, but she did say she was going to read it. So Kim, if you're watching this, I'm waiting for you to read our sitcom because it's amazing and you're going to love it and it's going to be a hit and it's going to have at least 5 seasons. I promise you that. That's how much faith I have in my sitcom.
If she says she's going to read it, she's going to read it. Damn, you're talented.
Oh, for sure. Thank you.
You're a comedian. You write. You can park. You know what
I mean? Man, listen, out here, you got to make your own opportunities because ain't nobody trying to give you nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get an opportunity, great, but you can't sit around waiting for opportunities because they might not come. So I've learned that in this business, you really got to make your own opportunities and you just got to be careful because a lot of people, they talk a big game and they act like they're trying to help you and trying to put you on, and they really ain't. They just talking and trying to make themselves sound important. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are full of crap out here. So
there's a lot of that out here, and there's
a lot
more of it if you're a woman, and it's
a whole lot.
Good-looking woman, then you're done.
Yeah, like, they be trying to impress you, trying to get in your pants, and it's just clown behavior. So I'm like, you know what? If I really want to make this pop, I'm gonna have to do it myself. So I just been writing my butt off. I wrote another pilot with my other friend Candid. So far I've written 3 pilots. So I'm like, was it 3 or 4? Actually, yeah, I wrote 3 and then I wrote one more with my friend Stephen Allen Davis. So one of them, look, you throw enough stuff against the wall, something's gonna stick. You know what I'm saying? And all of the stuff is really good material. I'm not just saying that because I had a hand in it, but it's really good stuff. If I thought it was trash, I wouldn't even mention it. You know what I'm saying?
So do you have a history with writing then before you got into wanting to do comedy? Did you study to write? Did you go to school? What made you
I didn't go to school for it. I've just always been a naturally good writer. Like, not to mention high school, as old as I am, but even in high school, like I was an honors English student. I remember my teacher during Black History Month, he told our class that we all had to pick somebody to write an essay about somebody Black that we admire. And I chose Janet Jackson because I was a huge Janet Jackson fan. And selfishly, I chose her because since I was a huge fan of hers, I already knew everything about her, so I didn't have to do any research. You know, I didn't have to do any extra work. I didn't want to be sitting there reading no books and researching anything. I was like, you know, when you lazy, you figure out ways. And I was like, I'm not doing all of that extra work. So I was like, I picked Janet Jackson because I done read all the magazines. I read all the stuff that I can read about her. So I can just write it, freestyle this essay. And I wrote it off the top of my head and I handed it in. And my teacher accused me of plagiarism. And he told me that there's no way that I wrote that and that I must have stolen it word for word from a magazine. And it really bothered me, but it flattered me at the same time because I was mad that he would accuse me of such a thing. But then I was like, dang, like he really thought that this could have been published work. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been a pretty good writer. Like I said, I used to be a rapper. So I used to write my songs. I write all my stand-up material. So, you know,
What was your name?
My rap name?
Yes.
My rap name was Anonymous. ANONYMISS. I was on 106 in Park Freestyle Friday a couple of times. I won twice, and then I drew a blank the third time. and
No,
forgot what I was gonna say.
anonymous. Something.
Yeah, yeah. You could probably find some of my music online if you look up anonymous. I think I have what's that thing, SoundCloud. I think I still have a SoundCloud. I still got like 4 songs on the SoundCloud somewhere. If you look up anonymous, I had curly hair, kind of like yours. I had like big curly hair before I locked it. My hair is curly. Yeah, I used to be a good rapper, yo. Not to toot my own horn. I used to be having bars. I had flow and bars. And then I just started, I decided to do comedy. I just felt like I started getting too old to be rapping, which in retrospect, I was wrong. I was not that old. But I started doing comedy. And of course, I write my own stand up. I've always prided myself in writing my own stuff. Like back in the day, I wrote all my own rhymes, all my own songs. And I used to get mad like when other rappers would come out, especially female rappers, and then I found out they didn't write their own rhymes. I'm like, but they ain't a rapper, they're a reciter. Like they're reciting other people's rhymes. They ain't a real MC. A real MC writes their own rhymes, you know? And then I feel the same way as a comedian. A real comedian writes their own stand-up. Unless like you're a late night stand-up comedian and you got to do every night commentary or whatever, then you might have a writing team. Or I guess if you have to do like host an award show or something, then you might need a writing team. But if you're just getting on stage at the comedy club, you need to be writing your own stuff.
See, no, I was gonna say I'm gonna maybe regret this decision. However, Johnny Taylor, come on in here, and I have a feeling you might have a few questions.
Your sound is crazy right now.
Yeah, the sound is like real, like insane right now. What is happening over there, Miss Amazon? What is happening over there? You know that thing about technology, boys.
Welcome back, Johnny.
You know,
is my sound still bugging?
Now that she's so now that she's gone, we can really do this interview now.
You know what?
Oh, she's here.
Don't do her like that.
Oh, she's here.
Can you hear me or not hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you though. We got you.
That happened a little bit, a little while earlier too. We don't know. I don't know why, because I don't hear it. I don't hear it at all.
Turn your sound down a little bit. It's mad loud.
Yeah, it's like sound like it was buzzing, like it's like
right
it directly in front of a fan or something.
I don't.
Like that.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but it's still mad loud. Maybe I should.
Okay, well I'm gonna hop out, come back in. Johnny, go ahead and do your thing. Ask her a few questions or whatever you need to do. His name is
Let's go ahead and allow her to go ahead and fix that real quick. You know,
Okay.
So how you doing?
I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
That's fantastic. You know, it's been an incredible experience moving the screens around back here. When you see the visual of this thing, you're gonna be, oh, that's what he was doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you in LA too?
I am. I'm in LA, not too far away, not too far from LA proper, but LA County. You know, LA is like huge, but then when you're here, they're like all these other suburbs of LA, smaller.
Some people are in LA City and some people are in LA County. I get that because I'm from New York and we're from New York City, and then some people are from New York State and they be trying to be like, I'm a New Yorker, and we be like, no, you're not, because you don't take the train to work every day. Like, you in Buffalo, bro. You ain't no New Yorker. You're a New York Stater. I'm gonna get cussed out by all the people in Buffalo.
Hey, see, and when you said all, I heard the Brooklyn.
You heard the Brooklyn.
Just a little bit.
I'm always, man. I'm a Brooklyn girl.
Dude, hey, the East Coast accents, the New York accents are dope.
Yeah, you know what's wild though? Like, since I've been living in LA so long, my New York accent has softened. You know, like people hear it, of course. It'll never go away, but it's softened a little bit. It's not as hard. And when I go home to visit my family, they be like, yo, you sound different. Why you sound like that? So now I have an accent here and at home. So, I got an LA accent at home and a New York accent here.
As a native LA person, is it and you came to LA? Do LA people, is there a specific accent that comes with people from Los Angeles that stands out in any kind of a way?
I do feel like LA people, especially LA Black people, y'all have kind of a bit of a Southern twang, a little bit. Y'all sound a little bit Southern to me.
Well, that works, especially because so many people, especially from Oakland, a lot of Black community migrated from Mississippi and other parts of the South too. And we didn't all just settle into LA. We kind of spread out and ended up here some kind of a way too. So that would make sense.
Y'all a little country, but I love it. I love y'all's accent. I used to hate my accent. I used to want to go to a speech therapist to get rid of it.
Oh nah,
But I like it now. Like people used to be like, "Yo, I love your accent," and I used to be like, "I want it going." But now
I want it gone.
I want it going. But now I love it. I love it. I feel like it's a dying breed of accents now. Like so many people have migrated to New York and taken over New York that the New York accent is dying. Like my family still has it because they were born and raised. But I noticed like the younger people who are growing up in New York now, they don't really have the accent because there's so many people who live there now that don't have the accent. They don't have it. Like my little cousins, my cousin has kids, and she posted something on Instagram, and her daughter, who is 12, I think, was talking, and I was like, "Yo, she don't even have the New York accent. She's been there for 12 years or 10 years. She don't have the accent." And she's like, "Nah, the accent is like dying out. Only like the older adults have the accent now. So in like 20 years, the New York accent is not gonna be around no more. We gonna sound you know what we gonna sound like? You ever watch those old black and white music? Black and white movies? They're like, I'm gonna tell you something. See ya.
Yeah.
We gonna sound like when you hear us talking, they be like, "Yo, she old as hell. Listen to her accent." Because if you hear somebody talking like them people in the black and white movies, you gonna be like, "Yo, they gotta be like a."
Dude, in those movies, they sound like they're speaking fast, but they're not.
Yeah, they be sounding like they're talking fast. I'm gonna say
Slipper Mickey, see, yeah.
That's how we gonna sound. The New York accent is gonna sound old like that. Like it's becoming obsolete, and that makes me sad because I think the New York accent is fun. It's kind of rough, and it's funny because like the girls from New York with that accent, no matter how feminine they are, they always got like a bit of a masculine edge just because they got that strong New York accent. Like, yo, what you gonna do, son? Like, what up?
When son comes out, son and B. What's up, B? Or son?
People get kicked every day, B. Like you hear a feminine girl talk like that. You like, hold on, like is she a stud or something? Like, nah, it's New York. All New York girls are like a little bit rough around the edges.
Outside of the accent,
yeah,
I've had a chance to zoom in on your screens a few times, yo, and I'm not gonna even lie. I started Googling it myself right now. Okay. That Jefferson's pillow that's back there. Oh yeah, my God, the Jefferson's pillow. Okay, so my problem is I'm Amazon searching it and Google searching
it. Find it.
Okay, because all I'm finding is just a bunch of Thomas Jefferson ridiculousness. I don't want a Thomas Jefferson pillow.
So what happened was my friend used to have a shop on Etsy. Hey girl, welcome back. My friend used to have a shop on Etsy, and he used to make like really nostalgic stuff. And he would make like pillows, throws, Golden Girls, the Jeffersons or whatever. And he made that pillow for me. But then he got a strike on Etsy because he didn't draw that. He used somebody else's art to put it on the pillow. And he got like a copyright strike, so he couldn't make them no more. So I think I only got one and he got one and nobody else.
Oh man.
It's only 2 of those in the world. The person who drew that needs to make those pillows and sell them on Etsy. Right. He just wasting his art.
Man, I'm glad I asked the question because man, I'm over here like, oh, I got Bing open on one screen, I got Google open on another screen. I mean, I'm searching like I was determined to find one, and I'm so glad I found out that there's like only 2 in the world. Cause
and then while he still had the Etsy page, he couldn't sell that particular thing. So like at the time, like if anybody wanted one, like it might be 3 in the world because my friend said he wanted one. So I told him to DM my friend, and my friend will make it for him and send it to him like on the back end, but he couldn't put it on the web. You know what I'm saying? But now my friend doesn't even have that page anymore. I don't even think he makes those anymore. So there's only like 2 to 3 of those in the world.
Oh my God.
It's my favorite thing. I love it so much.
Oh, man, the amount of disappointment that I'm sitting with right now.
And look, it even has the mama. Look.
Oh.
Look at her in there.
See, mama didn't play either, man. Her and Louise.
She could be dragging Louise. So yeah, that's one of my prized possessions, yo.
Man, dude, that's money right there.
It is.
And see, and that's how come I'm not the host, because see me, I tune into that kind of stuff, and that becomes that becomes the most important part of it to me. Like, yo, your story's great, comedy fantastic. Used to be a rapper, terrible. They accused you of plagiarism.
But what about
that Jefferson's pillow though?
Yeah, I'm a big nostalgia person. Like anything 80s, 90s, I'm all about it. I'm a Funko Pop collector, so I know you see these back here. These
Oh,
are just the TLC ones, but I have about 150 Funko Pops all around my
wow.
room of all different things, mostly nostalgic stuff. Like I got the Goonies, I got like rappers like Tupac and Biggie, and I got a bunch of Michael Jackson ones. I got the Golden Girls, some Star Trek because I'm a Star Trek head.
Are
Got
you?
some old school ones like Freddy Krueger. I got a lot going on in here.
My mom's a Trekkie. My mom's a Trekkie.
Is she?
I never figured out how to do the finger thing or the Vulcan thing. I always
Live
got
long and prosper.
see. I need help with it, man. I don't do it the right
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? I don't really watch the original series. It's a little bit too old for me. I tried. I can't get through the whole thing. I started the Next Generation.
That was a good series.
Picard and I'm not 7 of 9. She's Voyager. Picard and Worf and Data and those guys.
With Mr. Reading Rainbow himself.
Yes,
LeVar
Geordi
Burton.
LaForge. Yeah.
That was
I met him during the writer's strike. I mean the SAG strike. But I couldn't get them to sign my Funko Pop because they're not allowed to sign things when they're on strike. They can't sign anything that's related to anything that they've been in. So I met Jerry Ryan, all those people, and I have their Funko Pops, but I couldn't get any kind of like signature. Did I take a picture? No, I didn't even take pictures with them. I was respecting, the plight. So I didn't ask for a picture or nothing like that. The only people I took pictures with were like people I knew or, I was respecting them. But I did meet Jerry Ryan at a party, and I took a picture with her there. So that was nice. But I still want my Funko Pop signed. Huh?
Johnny, behind you. Is your game behind you? Can we see it? Because I think she get a kick out of it.
Oh, it's not on.
Oh, you got a arcade game. That's so dope. I can't wait till like I live in a real house, because right now I live in an apartment. But when I live in a real house, I'm definitely gonna have a game room with some stuff.
That's
like
the Pac-Man, right? Not Pac-Man. That's the Miss Pac-Man.
That one over there is Pac-Man, but then on the other side of the room, I've got Miss Pac-Man. I've got Mortal Kombat. I'm sorry, Street Fighter 2.
I actually saw some game. I don't know how good quality they were, but I saw that Costco had some like replicas of arcade games. I so would have bought those.
The arcade one up, and yeah, it's a good solid product. It's
really
good. Yeah.
So I was like, I could do that. I could get it from Costco. They didn't cost that much. I think they cost like $300 or $400. So when I get my game room, I'm gonna hit up Costco and get me some games and a air hockey table. And probably never play any of them. For show, just looking at them.
Ridiculous.
It does kind of end up like that after a while.
It does.
Like you get them,
yeah,
you're all into it nonstop. Like I felt bad because when I first got mine, Amazon couldn't find me. Like I wouldn't do it. Any podcast work, I was
just all over the game,
missing in action, and then carpal tunnel started setting in a little bit. We play that joystick, and I was like, all right, I got a problem.
I remember I had like a little Nintendo DS or something like that, and I was playing it like crazy, and then I just got bored with it, and it just sat there collecting dust. So I sold it. I sold it on eBay.
Yeah. If anything,
I have time to play games. That's what it is. Like I ain't got time, and when I do play games, like if I'm watching a show or whatever, I do old lady games now. I play games on my phone, like Candy Crush and stupid stuff like that. I don't have time, because like games like that, you don't really have to be all in. Like if you're trying to play Super Mario Brothers and you watching TV, you definitely gonna fall in the pit. I need to play stuff that I don't have to focus on.
You don't got to stand up and do
like
an arcade game.
I don't need all that anxiety. I ain't trying to stand up. I like I play this game now. It doesn't even have a timer or points. You just merge stuff, and then once you merge them all, they give you this page that looks like a sticker book, and you stick them all on there. Ain't no points. You're not losing nothing. I like mindless stuff.
You have to do a lot of thinking all the time. So I mean, that's a good escape. It really is a good time out. No question about it. Oh, see, she's a gamer.
I ain't no gamer. I don't play this. I play Candy Crush. I like, my favorite game is Super Mario Brothers 3. That's telling my age right there, but yeah. I have never played Grand Theft Auto, I don't think. Might have played it once at someone's house, but I wouldn't even know what to do. Like those games that they play, like the realistic games, I get so confused because I'm like, it's too many places to go. Yeah. It's like I'm in a real place. Like Mario, I'm going back and forth, And then with Mario 1, you can't even go back. You can just go forward. But those games,
Exactly.
like y'all are in there, like y'all going around. I get confused in those kind of games. They look too realistic.
It's too many buttons, and in that first person point of view thing, it spins and moves too much. It's
It's
just
too much
it's
going on.
yeah.
But the
Yeah.
thing I love about that is I can already see that it's the beginning of the holodeck. If you're a Star Trek
Mhm.
fan, you know what I'm talking about. The holodeck is like a big room where they go inside and it's like a real world in there. But right now, we're humble beginnings, so we still need the eyeglasses. As soon as it's going to be a room, you're going to go in there and
Be
you're
in the
going to think
game.
it's real people, but it's going to be like, I don't know, AI people, and you're going to really be in the game and you're going to
What
be
do you
fighting real zombies.
what do you think about AI just in general and how it relates to the world of comedy, or if you think it has an impact on it one way or the other? It's a real
I have
conversation across different sectors of entertainment right now.
That's a really good question, and I have such a love-hate relationship with AI.
Mhm.
I hate that it's taken away a lot of jobs from talented people and
Mhm.
people like content creators and stuff. Like even like when I'm playing my little Candy Crush game, sometimes when an ad comes up, it used to be an ad with a real person, like, "Hey, look at my T-shirt" or whatever, and now it's a robot. Like you can tell sometimes that that's not a real person. That's an AI person trying to sell you car insurance or whatever. And I don't like that because when I'm watching an ad, I want to feel like the person has had some kind of experience with whatever
Mhm.
product that they're talking about. So I feel like they know what they're talking about. Like a robot, they're not gonna say, "Oh, this skin cream is so good," because a robot doesn't even have skin. So why do you have
Mhm.
an AI robot advertising skin cream? You know.
Mhm.
So I don't like that because it's taking work from real content creators in a way. But I do UGC sometimes, and I notice that like a lot of the UGC sites, they pride themselves. They say we have real people. So there's still a
Mhm.
market for that. But I just don't like that it's taking away a lot of people's work. But then at the
Mhm.
same time, I'm a little hypocritical because I do use AI for certain things and it costs me a lot less money to use AI because like recently something was wrong with my car and I asked AI about it and they gave me like a total rundown of the problem with my car, what I could do to fix it, what I could do to keep my car working longer. It's so useful for certain things. Like somebody recently asked me for a bio, and as well as I write comedy for the stage, it's
Mhm.
kind of hard for me to talk about myself and like write a bio about myself, like hype myself up. So I just told AI all my credits and accolades or whatever. And I was like, write me a bio. And they wrote me a bomb ass bio. I was like, oh snap, I never have to write a bio again. Like before, like I might have to reach out to Fiverr or something like, yo, can you write me a fire bio? Like
Mhm.
ChatGPT will write you a bomb ass bio. And it's just helpful for certain little things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes things easier. Like I applied to something and it was like, you know, what's your life story or whatever. So you can tell it your life story and then it'll make it like I wrote my own essay or whatever. And then I'm like, make it sound better. And it'll make it sound so much better. So it's
Mhm.
good for like cleaning up stuff.
Mhm.
It saves you a lot of time for certain things. And then another thing I really love about it is that like sometimes I might need a logo for something. Like I started a podcast called Girl Crush where I do movie reviews. At first, it started out about lesbian movies, but I think I'm gonna parlay it into woman-focused films, like films that are starring women, directed by women, written by women, or whatever. But I needed a logo for that, and I ain't had no money to pay nobody to do no logo. Like real
Mhm.
talk, I ain't have it, and I was like, "Yo, ChatGPT, this is my podcast. This is what it's about. Can you make me a logo for it?" Actually, I did it on Canva AI. I'm like, make
Mhm.
me a
Yeah.
logo. And they gave me like 20 logos and like, here, pick one. And it was so many dope logos. And I'm like, they did this in like 3 seconds. Even
Yeah.
if I would have paid somebody to do a logo, it would have took them like 3 days to come back with a logo. And then if I didn't like it and I asked them to fix something, I would have had to pay for adjustments. And then
Revision.
like Canva AI will make you like 30 logos in like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So I love that about it because it saves me money. But then
Mhm.
I know that the graphic designers hate it because they're losing money. So it's like a love-hate relationship, but it's inevitable. It's gonna happen, and we're humans and we adapt.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think they're ever gonna take away the jobs of real actors, though. I think there's gonna be a way that we're gonna have to work hand in hand with them because I am a person who likes real people. And if it's like robots on these TV shows, I ain't gonna care nothing about them. Like I like the true emotion of the actors. I like part of me watching the show is admiring how well the actor acts. Like, wow, they're really selling this. Like, I really believe she's that upset. I really believe she's that in love. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be impressed with no damn robot. I don't care. Even if they make the robots really believable, I don't care about no robot. And you know, like when you really love a TV show, you want to meet the people in real life. Like, oh, I love her as that person. I hope I meet them one day. I don't want to meet no damn robot. So I think there's still going to be a market for real people. Robots can't do what comedians do. Like, I mean, they do. They'll have jokes, but it is not coming from a real place. Like a lot of comedy comes from it being relatable. You know what I'm saying? Like some stuff is just funny because it's true. It's just funny because people relate to it. It ain't even that hilarious. It's just that you relate to it, so it's funny. Ain't nobody relating to no robot.
Yeah.
So I'm not afraid of it. I think we're just in an adjustment period where we got to figure out how we're gonna live alongside it. I am scared of the police robots though. Them robot dogs running down the street. Those scare me because I feel like they're going to use them to target people of color, and that don't sound like a good time.
No, not at all. They're spending billions and billions.
Yeah.
On robot dogs, draining out the swamp.
That, you know, because
billions and billions.
You know, they can program them things to kill Black people, and who's gonna pay for that? Who's going to be punished? You know, like a lot of times in police brutality, if a cop does a little bit too much, he got to pay for that. He got to go to jail. He got to, you know, he got to go to court. You know, a robot going to take your ass out of here and ain't nothing going to happen to him. So, well, you know, it was a mechanical. I don't think that's good.
Programming.
Yeah. Oh, it was a glitch. They're just gonna be lying. So it was a glitch. They didn't mean to kill that guy when they know they programmed it, and then there's gonna be no proof who programmed it to do that, and they're gonna get away with a lot of bad things because the robots are not able to take accountability. I don't like these robot cars either. The Waymo cars.
That's the weirdest thing to see those cars in the street and nobody.
You just minding your business. All of a sudden, a damn phantom car drives by with nobody in it. It's weird. Yeah. And I mean, I know they drive well when they do, but what about when they don't? I'm worried about the malfunctions, you know? And when they go mow down a crowd of people, who's going to pay for that? Or the company's just going to throw money at you, you know? But nobody is going to pay for that. A robot car is not afraid for its life, so it's not going to worry about crashing into you. True. It's just... They freak me out. I don't like those. And it's wild to me that people use them. Like I saw somebody in one yesterday. He was laid back texting on his phone while the car was driving. I'm like, you're not concerned at all?
Oh, Jesus. Dude, the thought of even seeing somebody in it causes me anxiety, and I'm not even the one in it, you know?
Yeah. And a lot of these people don't have them where they live, so they don't even know what we're talking about, but they're about to find out.
You're going to learn real fast. Watch. Brooklyn, we're down to the last 2 to 3 minutes of our episode, man. It's funny. Time just flew.
It did fly
on this
by.
one. It just, thank you again for making yourself available, working through those technological glitches.
Thank you for having me. I'm sorry for the drama in the beginning, but it all worked out.
No. Look, that's the one good thing about entertainment. We get a little drama sometimes. We get a little comedy. You know, we get those. And this is a reality show. Like the reality is sometimes you get glitches.
Sometimes you get glitches for sure.
How can people connect with you? How can people buy what you're selling? How can people come see you? Plug away.
All right. Well, right now, you can find me on Instagram at It's Brooklyn Jones. The same name for TikTok. Do me a favor, follow me on TikTok. I'm trying to grow my TikTok following so I can make some money on there. You know what I'm saying? So I have a decent following on Instagram, but I need to bring my TikTok following up. I'm also on YouTube. You can find me on YouTube at It's Brooklyn Jones as well. I have a podcast on there. I kind of took a break from it, but I'm revamping it, but I'm gonna bring it back. So I would appreciate all you guys to subscribe. Right now I'm writing a lot, so I don't have a whole lot of shows coming up, but if you're in LA, I post all the shows that I'm doing on Instagram. So come see me if you want to. If you want a good laugh, come and see me and come chat with me on Instagram. Send me a DM. Don't be creepy and I'll respond.
Just simple requirement. Don't be creepy,
Don't
you
be when you
guys. Come
say
on, you
some creepy
guys.
stuff to me. I'm not responding.
Guys and girls.
I
You
do
guys
get
got it.
creeps in there. Some of them be girls too. I be getting guy and girl creeps, and I'll be like, nope.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling, man.
Don't be a weirdo.
I be trying to tell them the same thing. You treat me like I'm a sex symbol, like I'm just a piece of meat. You should see what's coming through my DM sometimes.
I think that's my toxic trait though. Like I respond to too many people. I got to be a little bit more selective and start ignoring more people. I'm about to start ignoring y'all because y'all be tripping.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna only start talking to people I know or people that they just got a vibe that seem like somebody I want to talk to. But I be just talking to everybody. I can't be doing that no more.
No, we got to be a little more discriminating about that kind of thing now because it's only one you and a million of them, and the other thing is you don't know how many of those are bots now. So it's a weird thing.
But I ain't gonna say I'm gonna stop talking to everybody because I have made some decent friends off the internet. So you know.
Well, I'll tell you what, you end up with that air hockey table at some point or some of those Costco games.
Oh yeah, I hit y'all up, have a cookout or something. Y'all come over and play some games.
See, that's all I was waiting for was just the invite to kick it. We good.
Y'all invited to the cookout. As soon as I get me a yard, it's going down. I ain't got no yard right now, bro.
It's all good. Thank you so much for joining us today. For Brooklyn Jones, for Amazon Punkdemic CEO and the Queen of Everything. This is MC Johnny T, aka you know who. Thick Flair, of course. All right. Until next time, everyone. So long. Be kind to your mind and each other.
Bye, guys.
Come on, button. I pushed you 3 times. End.
Nope.
Come on. I think it's still recording.
It is.
Yeah, it's still recording, huh? This is that behind the scenes.
What should I do? Just press leave?
No. This is not a you thing at all. This is a. Oh, there we go.
But do I leave or do y'all still want to talk to me? Be good.
No, just hang tight for a second.